New rental project on the books. One-way street, fire hydrant. I think the tax was maybe a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it's a 3-2. I could easily make this, I say easily, I'd have to reconfigure to get a hallway, but we could make this a 4-bedroom, 2-bath if we wanted, but the 4 isn't gonna do much for rent. So we're gonna keep it a 3-2. Paint, flooring, new roof going on next week. I'm gonna paint the siding. I'm not gonna replace it. Last 3 houses we've done siding. This siding's aluminum, it's in great shape. I got some product we're gonna pressure wash it with, and I'm gonna paint it myself. Railings are gonna go away. This doorway may or may not go away because you have another way into the kitchen. Kitchen cabinets are pretty solid. Do a new countertop. I got a pile of sinks at the house. Power's already upgraded. This fridge is a problem. The fridge is either going to go here, and I was going to do washer and dryer, and it's going to be kind of tight, and I don't like all the appliances next to each other. Got a new idea today I'm working with. Might still frame up that door. Fridge go over there. I'm not going to be able to find these cabinets to do a bottom, but I'll figure something out to make that work. This is the added bonus. This huge room in the back. So it's a 3-2 all day. Could definitely make this a 4-2, but we got a back door. I don't want a bedroom through a bedroom. We could get a hallway from the main house, but I'm gonna have to, it's just not gonna be worth the money we get for a 4-bedroom versus a 3 isn't gonna be worth the effort to make this a 4. But I do have a new idea that came to me today. I don't like the laundry in the kitchen. It's fine on rentals, especially small houses, but let's get the washer and dryer back here. So this area will become a mudroom, back door, come off this wall here, doorway. This will be the doorway to the bedroom. There's no closet, but here now will be a closet. Doors will open, 2 doors will open into here. You got your full bath. Tub's a little grungy, not sure if we're gonna be able to salvage that. You'll walk out of the bedroom, and this whole area will be a mudroom. Water heater's in the attic right now. I do not like that. I'm gonna do probably a tall, skinny water heater in the corner so it doesn't block the window. So tall, skinny water heater. Relocate washer and dryer here. Like I said, that wall's gonna go all the way there, so be a nice laundry room. Throw some cabinets up top. Big mudroom. Tenant's got a place to come in, dirty, rain, wet. Do some kind of hard floor here. Probably some LVP through most of the house. This will be a killer mudroom for them. It's getting a new roof next week, so a lot of these problems we're gonna, cut this all out. I'm sure the insulation nasty. There's mold out here. I know there's mold in the wall. We'll get all that gone. New storm door. Not doing windows because there's storm windows here, which protected the old windows, and I'm not doing siding, so I don't want to mess with windows right now. The whole house is covered in popcorn, but no one really painted it, so it just rubs off. I think we're gonna slick all the walls, especially the kitchen. You don't want popcorn or texture in your kitchen, especially on a rental. Ceiling fans don't belong in kitchens, in my opinion. That's going away. Do new dome lights, a couple new ceiling fans. The baseboard heat, it was listed as a central air with baseboard heat. It has a package unit that's listed as a heat pump. It's a American Standard, which is good stuff in its day, but probably gonna just do a change out. And so whether the heat works or wasn't ever hooked up, maybe heat strips, I'm not sure, but they said it didn't work. You can see how shiny the siding is there where there's just no finish left. But baseboard will stay as just an alternative heat source, backup for the cold months. Plus I don't want to replace all the baseboard holes. So baseboard's staying, but it will have central heat and cooling. While swapping from window units to central air don't make a big difference in rent each month. It definitely is a difference, but not a major difference. It's not typically worth the cost. However, if you want your properties to stay liquid, borrow against them, do some bigger pocket burr, etc. All the stuff you see on YouTube. Keep your properties ready to borrow against or sell if you need to, because there's something bigger and better. Central air is where it's at. This tub going away. As cool as it is, it's a liability for a rental. So we're gonna do a tub surround that whole wall. Toilet slides down just a hair. Vanities are like $100 these days if you catch them on sale. I buy clearance vanities all the time, so might do something bigger here. 2 original bedrooms. This property listed, I saw it within an hour. They had multiple offers. I made a pretty aggressive offer and let the owner stay for 2 weeks post-closing, because I saw oxygen bottles and things that made me think it was an elderly person, and the 2-week free rent back was the deal maker, which I figured it would be, and that's how we got this. She moved out 2 days early. When I saw this place, I'm not going to say it was a hoarder house by any means, but you can see the pathways, so I really couldn't see much. Saw this house for about 10-15 minutes. Made the offer within the hour, as is, 0 inspections. Walking through the house, there's nothing here that alarmed me for termite, moisture, and crawl space problems. But you never know. You can go into a house. Had the termite moisture guys out here after we bought the house. Crawl space has 0 issues. Could have a little bit better moisture barrier. But that's it. We'll probably throw one down. I keep treatments up to date on all the rentals. I need to go through and do some dehumidifiers in some of our rentals. Steps are probably just going to get pulled off and rebuilt. There's there's brick steps under there, but the landing ain't big enough to have an out swinging door. Problem we see pretty often. If the roofer don't fix that, I will. I'm going to go with the 50-year architectural shingle. A house this small, might as well. The house, I can't remember what, 1930s, 1950s. Attic's huge. You can make a nice room, do an external staircase if you ever wanted to, but none of that stuff matters for rent. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's in a flood zone. The Blackwater River, right over those reeds. It's a serious drop. I mean, it's got to flood 20-some feet to get up here, which has happened, I guess, once that we know of in history. Keep flood insurance on the property. The house, 1930s, 1950s, but when you're walking around it, it's like a 2000. That's because the flood happened in 99. That's why the whole house feels like it was built in like the late 90s or early 2000s with the Berber, the style fixtures and everything it has. The reason why the roof's old. They could have done the roof then, but they wouldn't have done the roof because of the flood. I don't know where the high water mark was, but probably to the bottom of the windows at least. This is a bit of a hill, which I like. You can see the ground. Downtown Franklin's like a bowl. So once the water got in, it couldn't get out. We're actually on a hill here, but the water had to pass here. So it might not flooded that bad. But that's it. It's our new property. Trying to buy a couple a month.